impressed. Oh, yeah. Clean, nice, good staff. The staff was, you,
They wanna get this done.
I agree.
I got this turkey watch. Great, sir, how you?
Not talking to
Thanks, she'd be
real
all right.
key players,
Heard what?
in my opinion.
You're right.
Bales, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Getting worse, I understand.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
So sorry.
Starting to turn into key things again.
Going by Verizon
There's
time,
nothing-
Stephanie?
Yeah, it should be associate considered
No,
too.
that's not good.
Just let you know, I've been through some of these other folks and it's just painful.
Hey, somebody shake Parker's head.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Start again.
yeah, I got it. Somebody said there's only one good thing about getting old, one good thing. You only have to do it once.
As one of my good friends said, it's not for sissies, that's for sure.
That's
Boy,
for
it is a
sure.
lot.
Here we go. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting, the June 18th regular meeting for the Water and Sewerage Facilities Authority.
Every time.
We're going to lead off with the invocation by Mr. Jim Skinner, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag by Mr. Dick Morrow.
Let's pray. Most heavenly and gracious Father, Lord, we give you thanks for this day. Thank you for what you do for us and all our blessings that you so freely give. Bless the men and women of this authority and be with us as we make decisions for the betterment of our county. Help us to be faithful stewards of what you provide. Through your Son's most holy and blessed name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any additions or changes to the agenda, sir?
No, sir.
If not, Mr. Chairman, I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
Second. Motion, second to adopt the agenda. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed, unanimous. Citizen comments?
No.
Charlie, nobody signed up? Nothing out of Steve back there or that strange guy right there? Next item, minutes. Consider approval of the May 21st, 2025 regular scheduled meeting minutes, June 11th, 2025 special called meeting minutes.
If there's no objection, I move we approve both sets of minutes as presented unless somebody has any additions or corrections.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. I don't hear any additions or corrections. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed, unanimous. Moving on, general manager report. Consider acceptance of the general manager's report as presented by General Manager Johnson.
So the customer's fiscal year to date is 268. Our water sales is up 7.75%. The non-revenue water over the last, over May was less than the average for the total non-revenue water events over the last 12 months. Nothing out of the ordinary on that. The meter sales, we are down roughly 65% or 60% year over year. But I will say that we're tracking just with single-family residential permits where it appears the county's single-family residential permits are down 65% year over year. So there appears to be a slowdown. The fire hydrant maintenance summary report, we are behind schedule, but just to qualify what that behind schedule means, based on our current average, we need a total of 75 days to complete the fire hydrant maintenance on the remaining hydrants. There's a total of 133 working days left in this calendar, in this calendar year. So while we're behind schedule on our 6-month schedule for hydrant maintenance, we will get them done before the end of the year. So I just wanted to qualify that. And then the projects. Regarding the sewer project, we received our draft MPDS permit from the state of Georgia on June 10th. We've reviewed it. There's nothing out of the ordinary. It's now going to go to public comment for 30 days on EPD site. So we should expect the permit sometime late July, early August. One thing I will add about the lead and copper rule compliance, our GIS team has created a forward-facing app that will be linked to our website. We're expecting the live date to go July 1, where any customer can actually go to our website and view the service line of that goes to their home. It's nothing, there's no information that is not public record. It's just using general maps and adopt. So we will tell them, we'll disclose how it was verified, whether it was a tabletop exercise, was it field verification, and everybody will get to see exactly in real time services being updated. So just to qualify it, the total unknowns as of 6/16 is 6,500. Remember, we were over 8,000 last year. So our field team is making good progress with taking the unknowns to known.
We went from 8,000 to what, 6,500 you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a public notification requirement?
So for large systems, yes. We are not a large system, but if we have the ability to have a forward-facing app, why not?
Good job.
I saw this the other day, a little demo, and it's awesome. You click on your dot, and tells you whether you have lead or not, or it's still unknown. It's
That
really
is
slick. And like I said, in the field, if they put it in the computer, it's on the screen.
And that is a direct reflection of our GS team. So when you hire competent and able bodies that enjoy what they do and love what they do, this is what you get.
All right.
That's all I had.
That's it?
That's it.
That was kind of uneventful. Put some more pizzazz in it next time. Yes, Scout?
Any insider comment on the Highway 16 incident?
Meaning what?
The water break that collapsed the highway?
Well, it didn't collapse the highway. So what Mr.
The
Oxford,
sinkhole wasn't a collapse?
what?
That sinkhole was not a collapse?
No, the road didn't collapse. What Mr. Oxford is referring to is there was a water main break just on the east side of Malloy on Highway 16 as you're leaving the city limits. The water main broke, or about 8-foot split happened on a 8-inch water main cast iron pipe that was put in the mid-70s. It undermined part of, it would be the east coming lane on Highway 16. The GDOT representative said in order to repair the road, a section would have to be cut out and backfilled with gravel and then a concrete cap. But the road never was, the water pressure undermined half a travel lane, but the road had to be put back to GDOT specs.
It washed it out.
That pipe wasn't put in the mid-70s, right? Maybe.
We're showing, if memory serves me correct, it was 72.
That couldn't have been Spalding County Water Authority.
Yes, sir, it's in our service area. Well, so you're correct. The Water Authority was established in the mid-80s.
Right.
Spalding County had a water system prior to that because they issued bonds in the 60s and in 72.
So we inherited it.
We inherited it in, I want to say 1987.
Any idea on the cost of what it's gonna cost?
It's part of,
Any idea, Mr. Ledbetter?
Not yet, no, sir.
I
What-
assume the county's just gonna pass along the cost to us.
well, if they do, I'm going to pass along to the city of Griffin because it's part of the operation and maintenance of our contract.
It's less than 100 feet of pipe.
It's a less than 100 feet of pipe, so,
It's 8 foot.
from my understanding, after talking to the Public Works Director, city staff showed up. Public Works inside the city, departments did not show up until, I think their number 4 guy showed up to help with the detours, and TJ set him up. So if the county's gonna pass along the cost to us, it's included in our operation and maintenance of the water sales agreement. So I'm gonna pass it along to the city of Griffin.
We're masters of pass-ons.
We've become.
Well, contract's a contract. It's a contract they wanted, a contract that they insisted on, so they can reap all the benefits of it.
Expect some pushback on that.
Well, if, the way I'm looking at it is if the water authority staff did not direct any improvement, any repair, this was City of Griffin, typically, the City of Griffin handles all the detours that are required. If the city needed Spalding's support, then they could have asked for it, but I didn't think Spalding County needed to man the detours all night. In my opinion, is part of the maintenance and operation, and since the repair was less than 100 feet of water main, this is no major repair.
Repaired with cast iron pipe.
It was repaired with either ductile or PVC. I don't know the exact, it was one stick of pipe. They probably went back with ductile.
Were you gonna discuss the grant money? Any further explanation on that? For the, what was the money we got? AARP money? What was
ARPA.
it? Huh?
ARPA money.
ARPA money, that's what. And in your report or just this?
We can do it here. What everybody's looking at, you should have a handout. And what this does is it shows you the operating account. That is our truest bank account, and then the total cash includes the total cash column includes the operating cash plus the investment accounts at United Bank. So, looking from July to May, we are up roughly a little over $2 million, or right at $2 million. So, the revenues received, we're up 10%, almost 11% year over year. Our expenditures are down roughly 6% year over year. And the actual spend versus budgeted expense, or budget total, is down almost 28%. So I said that we would have more information regarding the financial position of the water authority, and this is what I was referring to.
The fusion was the money added to our account that didn't show up in revenues from the ARPA funds, and that caused this kerfuffle. That we got the money, but it wasn't in revenue, so it looked like we were spending more than we were taking in, but it was moved over to cash balance. I don't understand the accounting of this, but it
I
did
still
cloud.
don't understand.
I don't either.
After talking to Erica in some length, I still don't understand how you can have a debit without a credit.
I don't either, but but we didn't lose $2.9 million somewhere.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
These numbers do not include any ARPA funds.
This May of this year.
It technically it does because it's accounted for in our cash account.
Okay.
Our total cash is $17,180,659.70 as of May.
Correct. As of the end of
and
May.
that's a pretty healthy cash balance, so. I'm traveling on faith here, I don't understand the.
And the operating count and column, and the far left column, showing a May total of little over $5 million. Starting from July to May, that is roughly the ARPA cash fund transfer is included in that number. So that's the only way I know how to explain and answer your question. Because we're showing the expenditures, but the way that expenditure is offset is through cash.
And how far behind are we with the city of Griffin's money coming in?
It's about 45 days.
45 days.
Yep.
Thank you. If there's nothing else, I move we approve the general manager's report.
I got a motion to approve.
Second.
You got a second? General manager's report, I lost track already. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed? Unanimous. Moving on to new business, consider approval of design build contract amendment 002 in the amount of $17,462,741 for a total GMP of $19,458,235. And that GMP would stand for gross maximum price, right?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed maximum price.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve.
We got a motion to approve
Second.
the second amendment, or amendment 002. I got a second. Any further discussion?
Just go up from the original,
No, sir.
same thing.
Yes. The only thing that this doesn't account for is the money that the water authority is self-paying in order to save the taxes. We do have a mechanism in place that we're gonna maintain a swap log, and we can either do it throughout the contract, or we can do one final contract amendment at closeout that will show the reduction of, for example, Southwest Fluids. We took on the PO of roughly $2.2 million to save $250,000 in taxes. We're paying that out.
Sales tax.
Do what?
Sales tax.
Sales tax. So by us doing that, this contract reflects that total $2.2 million in it. So we will be keeping up with that swap log.
And it does not contain any contingency.
No, sir.
Where does this 17 million get us? What part of the project is that?
So it's phase 2B. So phase 1 was the facilitating the RFP, where they got a 60% design. Phase 2A continued the 60% design to 100%. It included construction management and the final design and all the permitting. So what you're looking about, that $17 million, is the outfall, the pump station, and the plant.
Majority of it.
All of it. Yes, all the construction activities.
Has all the property been acquired?
We are all but one.
It includes the insurance bonds, general conditions, industrial pre-treatment program, clearing, grubbing, grading, stormwater storage and conveyance, asphalt paving, grassing and fencing, structural and site concrete, administration building including interior finishes, electrical security control systems, generators, automatic transfer switches, complete wastewater treatment plant, containerized solids dewatering press, chemical storage and feed system, groundwater well, and separate non-potable plant-wide water system, influent pump station, gravity sewer line A, influent pump station force main, effluent outfall piping, using piping casing from Amendment 1. I think we've already purchased the piping, correct?
We have not.
On the first thing. Amendment 1 for phase 2A?
Yeah, no pipe has been purchased.
Okay. System testing, startup, owner training. That's it. That's the page. Everybody catch that?
Thank you.
It's the whole plan.
When do you anticipate that final piece of property being?
We'll talk about that at an executive session.
A motion and a second.
We got a motion and a second. No further discussion. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed, unanimous. Consider approval of the master services agreement with
Just for you.
MCCI LLC, just for you.
You want to explain that? I'm gonna move we approve.
I'm gonna let Joseph explain that one.
For discussion, I'll move that we approve.
All right.
Second.
We got a motion and a second for discussion.
So what this is, right now, any open records request comes through Spalding County. In part of this, the water authority kind of being the keeper of our own domain, this is one of the things that we want to bring in-house, where anybody wanting to submit open records requests, it will come directly to us. So this is just allowing us to set that up.
Well, I think this is good because we don't want to get in their mess, they don't want to get in our mess when we get into these things. So this separates our open records request.
Also
This is the
gets
same
into
company
the
that
email
does it.
business too.
Huh?
That also gets into the email business too, of
Yeah.
open records and all that stuff, so that's why we're moving email addresses.
And at some point in the future, near future, I would suggest that this board appoint an open records clerk as the person who is actually responsible for handling these claims.
Well, since we have several clerks, all named Charlie,
Yeah. All named Charlie.
Will you put that on the committee, what she just recommended?
Yep.
I had a motion
And a
and a second on that. Any further discussion? Everybody please raise your hand. All opposed?
No pressure there.
And no pressure there.
Next item, consider approval of the Just FOIA Addendum 1 and quote, along with the terms and conditions in the amount of $5,841 with services to begin July 1st.
this is the implementation of the contract we just approved with the.
Annual fee,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move we do approve this addendum.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further questions about the addendum? All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed? Passes unanimous. Next, item 4, consider approval of the Granicus Subscription and Services Agreement. Joseph?
So this is for any board meeting where we do our a meeting request, our agendas, and meeting minutes. Right now, we are under Spalding County's umbrella, so when they see our meetings, we see their meetings, and this is just like the Just FOIA, we should have our own Granicus subscription.
This
what
separates.
Granicus do that?
It's it's all the information that keeps the meeting, the agendas per
Oh,
state law. Yeah,
Publishes
publishes
the agenda,
the.
the
It's what you're
agenda
looking at
packet.
on the screen.
Well, I understand that, but we're not doing that now?
We are, but we're through the county.
Respond.
We're paying, county's paying for it, and they're gonna separate.
Is it all done electronically or by no paper?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the Granicus subscription.
I got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed? Unanimous. Item 5, consider approval of the Granicus quote in the total amount of $14,979.20 with services to begin July 1st of 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the quoted amount.
We got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, but I have a question, please.
Got a motion and a second for discussion? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. This money is already in the budget someplace, or it's from contingency? Where is it coming from?
It's in FY 26's budget, beginning July 1.
Are we currently paying for that through our agreement with the county? Is that built into our cost?
It's not itemized, but it could be assumed.
Mr. Ledbetter, can you come
We
over
are
and answer
paying
that,
for it.
please?
We just don't see it.
I'm not so certain about that.
Steve Ledbetter, County Manager, 119 East Solomon Street, Griffin, Georgia.
Thank you.
The answer to your question is no, it is not baked into that fund. The county pays for it for both Granicus and Just FOIA. It is not a part of the model.
The rate model for the lease.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question for you, Dr. Ledbetter.
Yes, sir, Mr. Oxford.
I assume we're following Georgia Archives guidelines for retention of records.
That is correct, yes, sir.
My understanding, and I may be off base, but my understanding is the Georgia Archives model requires paper retention for some items.
That is correct. For some items, there is a list, a schedule for which items are required to be paper and which items are required for certain lengths of time. There are some that are a year, some 3, some 5, some 25, and some forever.
Some in perpetuity.
That's correct. The county has invested at the Solomon East facility, the old DFAX facility. We have invested and constructed a records retention room. We have, as a county, now hired a records retention administrator who is overseeing that process. That facility is sprinkled with powdered, non-wet material so that all the records can be maintained into perpetuity if we need to. The facility is structured for about 50 years worth of retention for all of our records. So the county has done a considerable amount in that space.
Will Granicus keep the paper records as well?
Granicus will not, well, technically, when you put the information into your agenda packet through Granicus, it actually creates the historical backlog for it, but for the minutes for the meetings, they are still required to go into paper form. Our deputy clerk actually creates the book, and the chairman and myself sign for, as witnesses to that minute paper copy. And the paper copies are actually housed at the retention room down the street.
Will we be allowed to use that?
Sure.
One more question. So, with the authority taking on this cost, will there be a reduction to the county's cost for it because of that?
Actually, no, there's no reduction in the county's cost for either Granicus or just FOIA because of the amount of paperwork that we push through the system.
You know, you bring up an interesting, Cal, you bring up an interesting point. When I was on the tax assessor board when this came up originally, we had to set through boxes and rooms full of stuff and separate in categories by list what had to be this. It was a monumental task. But it was all outlined very clearly, so.
Right. There's certain items you have to keep paper records of.
Yeah, yeah. And you sort out everything, and some we threw away because you didn't need it.
Electronically, stuff, but it's an exhaustive list. This
Yes.
isn't just 7 items.
My question, who's gonna do that?
We need a clerk.
What, the paper copies?
That same clerk we're talking about?
Yeah, who's gonna determine which is electronically acceptable and which is paper? And who's in charge of paper?
So, we already do that right now. Charlie keeps a copy of all the meeting minutes, and we have a book. We have a couple books. And
Because executive session minutes are kept separate from others.
And over the last 12 plus months, Charlie's been taking the courses necessary to become a certified clerk. So we've slowly been going down this road, getting ready for this.
It's a monumental task.
Yes.
No other duties, remember, Charlie? Yeah.
Other
It is,
duties
but I'll
as
have to say,
assigned.
my experience with it is, it was well thought out, I
We're
thought.
gonna circle back to that.
We throw a lot of stuff
Pilots are
away,
working
but
somebody, not
not everything.
compensate.
Gotta go through it all, though.
Gotta go through it all. Which is good, because the county was notorious for losing stuff. Sorry, but. Before. Not anymore, but they were.
It's not lost. It's
The heck it isn't.
not easy to find.
Jim, you
Is
got a
this
question? Jim, you got a question?
Yeah, is this an annual fee or?
So
is it-
we have a $5,000 one-time fee,
Right.
and then it'd be roughly 10 grand a year.
Okay.
But it has been put in the budget for FY26, both Granicus and just FOIA.
Did we do a motion on this one? I forgot.
We got a motion and a second, Ms. Fanny, second for discussion.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please All in favor of considering the approval of the Granicus quote in a total of $14,979.20 for services to begin July 1st, 2025? Please raise your hand.
2026.
2025.
Oh, FY 26, sorry.
Yes.
All opposed? Unanimous. Moving on to other business. The next regular scheduled meeting will be held July 16th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. in the Courthouse Annex Meeting Room, which would be this facility we are currently in.
I will not be here, Mr. Chairman.
Cal will not be here.
Unless it's a dire emergency.
Oh, we can skip the financial report next time, we don't need it.
Please do.
I won't be here either.
Oh, well.
You're gonna be at GAWP, aren't you? I'm skipping it this year. All right, Secretary Treasurer comments,
None.
General Manager comments,
None.
Authority Member comments, Ms. Fanny. Cal?
No.
Clay?
We've done a lot in the last 60 days. I mean, this is monumental. Everybody needs to make sure you keep that in mind. What we did in 60 days, the last 60 days, it's been a lot of work up to it. The last 60 days has been yeoman's work. So congratulations to everybody on the board. Thank you. That's it.
Jeff?
I just want to thank the staff, those that are here and those that aren't here today for all the work that you've done and continue to do for this authority. Great job.
I don't have anything. Did our bonds get issued? I thought, is today the day?
Close, pretty soon after this meeting.
That's correct.
Checks in the mail.
Electronic transfer.
Wires ready to hit send.
Electrons are in the mail, huh?
Yep.
What account are they going in, the funds going into?
So we reached out to US Bank and told them to put them in a interest-bearing account. We're still waiting on the cash flow, the updated cash flow schedule. And then once we have that, we will then get back with Chelsea and see what mechanism she would recommend based on that projection.
So you will transfer from US Bank to our operating fund as needed,
Yes, we will have to submit draw requests to them. Yes, sir.
into the operating fund as needed. Just as a side comment, with the operating fund cash you have, you should move some more money over into the interest-bearing account.
So I'm working on a report for now that we have the two accounts at Truist. And I will say that per the bond covenants, we can no longer commingle monies. So we have two accounts at Truist. I'm gonna get Erica updated figures, and it looks like, based on our average 3-month expenditures, we're still around the $2.7 to $3 million. So yes, I'll be getting her that information shortly to move the remaining over to that high yield.
Any other comments, Dick?
Well, I have to compliment Mr. Parker there. He finally got the scwa.us on my phone. We're a third of the way through, but he's a whiz bang. If you notice, it took us hair doing it. But he sacrificed that to put it on my phone, and I'm very pleased.
Not mine too, Parker.
That's it.
I got a couple of comments. While everybody thinks we may be letting our foot off the gas, we are not. Next month, we will be doing the sewer, capacity cost recovery fees, the sewer utility fees, what we're gonna charge for the service. We've got the billing in the works. Joseph's in discussions with the city of Griffin right now, basically we assume we're gonna treat it just like we did to the other sewer plant, where the city's gonna do the billing for us. That's not done yet, but, we also have, an update about Minerva, and, we have a few other projects that, y'all are gonna be seeing here soon that we need to start looking at. Next item, we do need the executive session.
We do.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we go into executive session, discuss or vote on the acquisition, disposition, lease of real estate as provided.
We got a motion, we got a second. All in favor? Unanimous, all opposed? Don't see anybody? We're in executive session.
Yes, sir, thank you, I think so, finally. 1, 2, 3, maybe.
I'll be back on July the 2nd. We'll get back in town on July 1st. That was my phone. Thank you.
Where are you going?
story about that later. Mr. Chairman, I move that we exit our closed session and re-enter open session.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? All opposed, unanimous,
Chairman.
we're back in open session.
Mr. Chairman, I move we direct the Spalding County Water Authority attorney to begin condemnation process of easement totaling 1.4 acres at parcel 217010032.
Second.
I got a motion for that. I got a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed? Unanimous?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I hardly second that.
We got a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. All opposed? We are adjourned.
Thank you, Chairman, for getting us in and out.
Amen.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a